Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Panasonic RF-973. This is an AM/FM stereo classic portable radio. In this video, I'm performing a daytime AM band scan of the Chicagoland area. Here we can pick up with this monster. I love this radio. It's pretty cool. First we'll go over features, second we'll do a size comparison, and third we'll start cruising the daytime band. So here it is, the 973 by Panasonic. Now this thing was made in right around the mid to early 1970s. Pretty awesome. The reason why I know that I was watching a show, Columbo, if you guys remember Columbo, that little cop detective dude who wore crappy clothes and drove a crappy car and acted dumb even though he was smart. He always won the case. I love that show. It was amazing. It was on one of the services and I was binge watching it. And I think it was like season 3, 1974 circa. And he walked into a radio shop and he was questioning a guy. And he was standing there questioning. And behind him was a shelf of Panasonic radios, brand new. And he had shelf talkers, and this radio was sitting on the shelf, and it had a price tag of $75. Thought that was pretty cool. I think it was a pretty legit radio shop too. I don't think it was a set. It looked like it was a place they went to and set up a camera and filmed. So I think it was a legit thing. It even had a shelf talker for the AM VHF FM radio next to it, and it was pretty cool. I remember that ad from some of these vintage ads I've seen on eBay. So very cool stuff. So yeah, this thing's 50 years old. Can you believe it? So you can find these selling on eBay right around $40 to $70. Currently, December 2024. Is it worth it? I don't know. I picked mine up for I think around 25 or 30, but this thing was like a mess. I mean, it was like loaded full of dirt and paint, and it took a lot of love to get this to look halfway decent. This was rusted, and I had to sand that out. I mean, I took this whole thing apart to clean it up. It really needed a lot of work. The handle was rusted, and I had to take the handle apart and scour it and sand it and get it looking better again. So yeah, it worked out good though, because the internals are built really strong. I mean, this thing is built to last. That's amazing to say for an analog radio. Built to last, easy to service actually, 3 screws to get into it, and the wires, they unplug right from the board. So that's even better. You don't have to unsolder anything. So love it. Panasonic rocks. Okay, let's look at features. So left hand side, we have some chrome brushed, not really chrome, but brushed aluminum. Yeah, that was their thing back then. They loved it. Go fast materials, right? Now the handle here is steel, like a stainless steel, solid. It's very heavy. It always wants to fold down. So very nice handle, like it. Going to the front of the radio, we have 2 speakers. They're kind of angled. That's nice. So you get audio kind of going one way and the other. So you get that stereo separation. Plus they give you a stereo spacer knob, which I'll show you in a second. Because the stereo spacer is 4-inch each. Yeah, nice. I couldn't believe it. I opened it up. I'm like, those are monsters. And then we have a headphone jack here, 1/4 inch stereo. So that's great. Back in the day, 1/4 inch jack. People had those headphones. That was it. That was the big deal. So love this. Panasonic here. Go to the top of the radio. We got all the controls. Now, you're going to see me once in a while maybe flip it up. So if I get lost in the dial, I can take a quick peek. But we have a power switch. We have a bass treble. I just leave it on treble. We have our selector for band, AM, FM, very basic. We have a ribbon style dial, which we can control with this. Just got to remember which way to turn it while I'm turning it blindly. Counterclockwise advances it. So there you are. It's like a ribbon. We have FM stereo LED. Turns red when we're in FM stereo. There's a stereo spacer knob, which is nice. You can go all the way down, and I think you can turn it off. Yeah, it goes to mono mode. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I forgot I can do that. So yeah, you don't have to use the stereo. Volume control, which I just cleaned up. Now, if you're into classic radios, you got to invest in this. The Oxic Fader FN5 formula. Now, you can find this. This is a little tiny can, 1.4 ounces, but it should last you quite a long time. You only need a little bit to clean your potentiometers. And it's safe to use. It's better than, you don't want to use D5. D5 will actually remove the conductive material from the pots. You don't want that. So this cleans, and of course helps it move smoother. But yeah, you can see when you use this, it makes a huge difference. So this was really scratchy before I started. Put a little bit of this in there and bingo, done. But it's $17, but it can last. I think I've had this for about 3 years, so good investment. If I remember, I'll put a link to it down below. Amazon has it, so rock on. And of course, any audio shop would have that too, music shop. So yeah, volume control tuning. As you saw, I was tuning it. Sweet. So we got the tuning knob there. Our whip antenna for FM reception is pretty nice. That extends out to 34 inches. Sweet. Reflective handle here. High polish. Gotta love that. Going to the back side of the radio. We got some record outputs. I don't know if they still work, but we got a right and left channel. Vented area. We have a label. And it is made in Japan. Sweet. Yeah, and then your model number, your frequencies. Now, it shows AM 525 to 1605. And there's an AC input. I don't have the AC cord, but I think it's standard Panasonic fare. Yeah, I think my RF 2200 cord will fit that as well. Over here we have a battery bay, holds 4 C batteries. And of course, 3 screws to get in the cabinet. 1, 2, 3, gets you inside. And you're greeted with a 4 3/4 inch ferrite antenna right about here, and it's wound really nice. So this thing's super sensitive on the AM band. So hopefully you get to hear that today. So let's flip this back over, do a quick size comparison, and start cruising the band. Yeah. Here we can pick up. Now it's been a few years since I've had this out. I think about 3. So let's see. We got the CC Pocket in the house. Current time is 10:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm in Chicago, Illinois, USA. For the sake of the band scan, we should be picking up Chicago stations and Wisconsin, and maybe even Indiana. We'll hear it, possibly. I know we'll pick up Iowa. So here's CC Skywave 2. I'll be using this as a frequency checker. Nice. Rock and roll. All right. And then if you don't have those 2 radios, for size comparison, I always have a deck of cards. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He loves old Panasonic radios made in Japan. He's Iron Man. Yeah, Land of the Rising Sun. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know what their theme song is, but you get it. All right, so Japan. Japan's awesome. If it ain't made in the USA, Japan is the second best, right? So everybody says, especially with transistor radios. I mean, they made great stuff to last. 50 years, still working. Rock on. Testament to its, power. I don't know, but it's fun. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Power switch. First station right here. So yeah, it's got a great antenna. So you have to actually turn the radio. So I'm going to turn it to the north, and we should pick it up.
Yes, now at MaxIncRadio.com and listen live on Saturday nights, 6 to midnight, across the Civic Media Radio Network.
Here's 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, to the north there. Nice.
Okay.
Oh, that just said the call letters. I'm turning it off. But yeah, cool radio. It's sensitive as heck. But cardinal directions, north, east, south, west.
On the board, coming to you from our studio here at Radio Park.
Gotta remember to turn it counterclockwise.
I'm going to try to find a drugstore. And so I start wandering around to try to find a drugstore that'll sell me nasal spray.
Right.
Well, I can't find any. I'm wandering and I'm...
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago.
So a young man comes up to me. Looks like he's about 18, 19. Big smile on his face. Nice looking.
To Michelle's reporting there. We're here with Michelle Singletary, a personal finance columnist at the Washington Post. I'm Jen White. You're listening to 1A. I do want to mention with the growing...
Here's an NPR station on 580 WILL, Urbana, Illinois. It's 150 miles south. And that's near, was that NIU? Not NIU, the University of Illinois. Hello. I know my different colleges. Yeah, Champaign, Urbana.
Know to ask each other. That is completely obscure, not anything anybody else would know, but it's a way of double-checking that.
That music there is coming from 590 WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan, 137 miles to the east.
The lives theirs they serve. And that service and dedication to the people of Michigan have resulted in Blue Cross being awarded the 2024 JD
Heard Michigan?
for having the highest member satisfaction among commercial health plans in Michigan, ranking #1 across all 8 dimensions of that JD Power.
That's 15 gigabytes of data, mobile hotspot for just $50 a month. Just dial #2.
And right to a commercial 600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles to the west. This one I can usually pick up. 590 sometimes tricky. This is a good radio.
A tough loss to Tennessee
We're about 4 hours after sunrise.
Great players in this University of Iowa women's basketball squad. Next up, it's the Iowa.
Talking about Iowa. Cool.
Hawkeye Rita. Rob Rich with the pre.
If I'm buying from a national retailer, how do I know that those trees are going to stay fresh and fragrant throughout the entire season?
So yes, it's December 2024. So that's why saying it's 50 years old. I love this radio. It's awesome.
Many of those ones in this region are still Wisconsin trees.
I'll put the little picture of Colombo in the radio there. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's pretty cool.
Producing trees. We are shipping, all over the United States.
So where am I? 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, I think I might have said that.
Closer. So, your local big box stores have our Wisconsin.
So I look at crypto as the new Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express. It sounds gimmicky.
The new crypto. Oh, boy. Or new currency, excuse me. 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. Man, I wish I would have started doing some of that stuff. I remember it being back like $300 a Bitcoin and stuff. Man. But I didn't like what it did, I don't know. I guess people are rich now from it, but I don't like how it hid, bad things. But that's just me.
The room to become
So I'm not a millionaire because of that. Yay! Dang it. We all knew, right?
They can do it outside of the bank.
Money news at 24 and 54 past each hour. I'm Natasha Williams on your home for 24/7 News, The Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
I think I said 640. Yeah.
On Chicago Sports Radio, 670 The Score. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Okay, 670 The Score, WSCR Chicago. Volume's all the way down, you can still hear it. So even back then, they had that.
New models. Visit PatrickCars.com.
So home of the Cubs.
This NFL Monday Night Football FanDuel days. But Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues is worth a spin. Hey, we got this note.
720 WGN Chicago, Southeast.
I have no excuses, but I didn't get to speed jokes at 10:38. We took the commercial.
Got music on 750 WNDZ, Portage, Indiana. Nice.
This is Access Radio Chicago, AM 750 WNDZ, Portage, Indiana, Chicago.
Unlike anything you've sunk your teeth into. And it's coming from Wendy's, so you're getting your flavor's worth with every bite. But if you want to ignore happiness because you think you don't like mushrooms...
Wendy's, 780 WBBM, Chicago. We got old time radio Monday through Friday, 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. If you're up late, like me, tune it in. If you're up late listen to Coast to Coast, you just take an hour off of Coast to Coast, because that first hour on Coast to Coast, there's a ton of ads anyway, so you know how that is. So many ads on Coast to Coast now. I don't even want to listen to it. I don't know if you guys agree, but I'm tired of there's just too many now. It's like there's like dating thing, and there's some kind of like health food for a dog or for you, and I don't know. It keeps going on and on.
To learn more, that's empist.com/radio.
Why pay more? No, so spare me with your stupid stuff. Election analysis. It's because the richest man in the world.
Here's 820 WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois. Totally left wing. I mean, radically left wing. It is interesting, but I never listen to it. But if you're into that, then listen to it. Got to be in the Chicago area.
As they were hearing oral arguments to challenge Tennessee's ban on gender-affirming care, the crowd booed her loudly.
I wonder why. Must be from where you're at. I mean, come on, man. Demographics. All right. I'm not politics, but demographics, definitely. Know your audience.
Mark your calendar. Tuesday, December 10th from 10.
Do I know you guys? I hope I do. I know some of what you guys like. You like single sideband. You like classic radios. 860 WNOV Milwaukee. Low power station, 250 watts. 52 miles north. Turn it up. Oh man, I keep grabbing the wrong knob. There we are.
Missed your favorite show? Don't worry, we've got you covered.
Cool. Alright, let's turn this way. Definitely detunes it. We're gonna go so we can pick up 870.
Because they are.
Yeah, I can't. Okay, let's keep going.
Accusing Tulsi Gabbard of being a Russian asset. That's when Tulsi Gabbard was a Democrat member of the House of Representatives.
Here's 890 WLS Chicago, right wing. News.
And
I do listen to the music, 94.7 Chicago FM. It's 80s. It's cool. They're always playing some Top Gun or Queen or something. Michael Jackson.
Would want to visit. So Penny was cleared.
Best Lawyers Product Liability Attorney of the Year achieves maximum compensation.
Best Lawyers Complex Litigation Lawyer of the Year.
920 WOKY, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's not the Big Badger anymore. It's something else. And I'll put a pop-up here if I remember. Thanks to TV Radio 1972 for bringing that to my attention. Yeah, I even live in this area, and he lives in Boston, and I live in Chicago next to the station. I'll tell you, that guy stays on top of everything. Yeah, if you want an informative dude who knows all about what's going on program-wise, he knows it all. He stays on top of it. Good job, buddy.
With Zeke Wilknight.
I'm like the casual dude listening to this stuff.
Keep out of reach of children.
Hi, my name is Alexa. Just ask me or any smart speaker to play the Big 920 from iHeartRadio.
WOKY Milwaukee.
Come on, get excited.
We are Buckhorn.
Previously on the Herd.
SQ3.
I think they said the Big 920. Cool.
Sponsored by Charity Mobile. Information at CharityMobile.com. It's CharityMobile.com. NBC News reports a man has been detained.
I think we're on WKBM 930, Sandwich, Illinois. Relevant Radio.
Questioned in Pennsylvania over a gun similar to the one used in the social media platform Blue Sky. Of alleged
At Mac&Media.
With Beth D'Angelo, the senior IT specialist in UW-Madison's division of...
Needed to set your...
We'll talk about reducing the amount of waste you and I produce over the
I think this is
holidays.
970. I look at the thing. Yeah, okay, we're at 970 now. This is WHA, Madison, Wisconsin. I must have passed 950. That's all right. We'll keep going. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. So 970 is WHA, Madison, Wisconsin. Been around for a while. They used to have some cool radio shows in the late 70s, early 80s. Mind Webs.
Join in. Give us a call. The number is 800-642-1234.
Stay tuned for details on the next session of an ESPN Chicago and Breakthrough Beverage Production.
So ESPN 1000 to be MVP Chicago.
On the largest contract in pro sports history.
The $765 million not only sets a record, not only exceeding Shohei Ohtani's deal last year.
What, the dude win the lottery? Holy cow. Dude, that's a lot of money. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he's set.
And they should be very aggressive moving forward after missing out on Juan Soto.
From the ESPN.
Biuro Polski Paszport to polskie emerytury ZUS I KRUS.
So we have a Polski channel, WNVR, Vernon Hills, Illinois, 1030.
Potwierdzanie obywatelstwa polskiego.
The U.S. and Israel have launched airstrikes in Syria. America is listening to Fox News.
Here's 1050 WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same... For a limited time, Verona, whatever it is, you can use promo... We all catch the religious players right now! Nie wykluczone. Cellular.com.
Okay, there's music here on 1060. I was trying to tune it in. WHFB, Benton Harbor, Michigan, 95 miles to the east. There it is.
There is no BS with Screamin' Sicilian Premium Craft Frozen Pizza.
There's no BS. Is that what he said? That's awesome. WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin, 72 miles to the northwest.
He's very knowledgeable, very intelligent guy, very personable guy.
I momentem historycznej szansy dla cierpiącego dawna już narodu.
Next to it, 1080 WNWI, Oaklawn, Illinois. And yeah, Brother Stairs Recordings visit this station as well. Haven't heard it lately, but they have in not too recent past.
Ale także i niepewności w samej de todos aquellos que buscando un sueño como nuestra madre santísima.
Here's 1110 WXCS Chicago.
Y ahí el gran regalo que tenemos la iglesia.
Visit MrHollandsHomeservices.com. Ready for the numbers to go your way? We can help.
Here's 1130 WISN Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right wing.
Hey, I'm Benjamin Yant, once again, here to talk with you about saving money with your...
3 or 4 people who are stuck in that subway car. So, again, we have to keep winning these. Why? Because we have to get to a point where Daniel Penny doesn't have to go bankrupt or raise hundreds of thousands of dollars on Kickstarter.
Here's 1160 WYLL Hope for Your Life Christian Radio, Chicago.
They should be investigated because someone died, and that should be it.
And Jordan, it can't be lost on who.
Oh, that sounds good. And that's on AM too, guys. These 4-inch speakers really sound good when any music's playing, if you got good quality signal. WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois, rocking away. Love it.
Desconsolado está Juan Soto con esos 65.
There's a faint station right there, 1190. Not sure what it is, but it's there. Wow, that's cool.
Reportes, la oferta que le hicieron los Yankees de 700
1200 WRTO Chicago.
por 16 años. Lo que quiere decir que el valor con los Mets de Nueva York, señores.
1220 WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois, sometimes broadcasting similar programming as WRTO.
Por un año más, por 16 años. Lo que quiere decir que el valor anual del...
177. Lou will make sure the scales are favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer.
Here's 1230 WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin, an agro station where you can learn how to farm and raise animals.
Call 800-230-2777. 800-230...
Music on 1240 WSBC Chicago. I think that's the best I've heard it in a long time.
And it doinks the kids in the right bounce. Only these dudes that doink for the division.
Okay, 1250 WSSP Milwaukee.
Only these dudes could frankly look like all season long.
Doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Granger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products.
1260 WEKZ Monroe, Wisconsin, 60 miles northwest.
From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, clickgranger.com, or just stop by.
Okay, that's 1270. And it's religious, I believe. I thought I heard something about the Lord. If I know what it is, I'll put a pop-up here.
Core for Mahomes. And they ask Mahomes.
Here's 1280 next to it, WBIG, Aurora, Illinois.
To jump into the phone booth and put on the Superman.
Pick up a hint of music on 1290 WZTI, Greenfield, Wisconsin. I usually need a loop to help boost this, but it's a decent radio. I mean, like I said, this is a sensitive thing. It's amazing. It's not even a large ferrite. It's decent size, almost 5-inch, but yeah, it's made well. So this is usually a hard station to even pick up with the big stick radios, the ones with 200 millimeter ferrites. These are usually the ones you need to pull it in. So Fonz FM, 1290 WZTI.
Themselves and others in
frankly, I think beyond, because this jury verdict is going to reverberate.
1310 WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin.
New York City.
I'll hustle a little bit here.
Resident native. You follow.
Some mixing. Two stations, 1330 WNTA Rockford and WKTA Evanston. One's west and one is east. Was that what, Elvis rocking it? 1360 WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois. Yeah, we're going to hear Christmas music even on the AM band.
Elvis and Blue Christmas. All right, well, this is so ridiculous. It happens all the time. People like judges around the country think they are above the law. And can do
so, yeah, College Town music. Yeah, I think I said it. 1360 WLBK. They used to have, like, trade a tire for a chicken and stuff on here. I'm not joking. I'm laughing, but I'm not joking. If you guys remember my older videos, I used to laugh because the things I'd hear.
And exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who...
Can't hover on the music. 1380 WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. It's probably one of my most favorite music stations. One of them on the AM band. This is good, and 1180 is good. So I found myself gravitating to these two stations. Okay, that's 1380 still. Okay, I'm guessing that's 1390. That's weird. It's gospel radio. Usually don't have like that kind of music playing. So let's see if that is true. We'll check it with the check it with the Skywave here. 1390. Yeah, they're playing Christmas music. Sweet. Yeah, this is gospel radio. Usually they're playing some crazy gospel stuff, and I'm like, cool. I think of Blues Brothers that are definitely doing Christmas. That's all right. Another good station on 1400 is WRGN. Racine, Wisconsin. Love it.
December 14th. This is the Toys for Tots collections occurring now through till December 14th. It's already
1410 WRMN, Elgin, Illinois. One of the last radio shopping shows. Yeah, WBIG used to have a radio shopping show, and of course the WLBK I just talked about with the trading show. This is one of the last holdouts here. She sells like food coupons and stuff. It's really lame. It's probably why they're disappearing.
in Roselle. To donate, you purchase a new unwrapped toy for a child between the ages of newborn.
Toys for Tots is a cool program. If this thing airs before December, buy Toys for Tots. I mean, if you got the wherewithal, definitely a cool thing. Because, Christmas with no toys, man, that's not a cool thing. I remember one year, we had a really bad year in our household. And yeah, we didn't have a Christmas with toys. So I remember that. So you'll never forget that experience. It's not the greatest thing, but it can happen. And you don't want it to happen. So Toys for Tots, awesome program. Definitely cool. I'm sure if they had it back when I was young, I probably would have gotten something.
Hours of operation for office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 4:30. There.
So a little bit of Todderbert history. 1430 WEEF, Deerfield, Illinois.
I am so pleased, and I hope that the beginning of a whole change in the thinking.
At the bottom of the hour,
Sirius 1440 WROK, Rockford, Illinois.
Post, you may remember that we talked to her.
Y es un dinero que obviamente, Claudia no lo quiere. 1450 WRLL, Cicero, Illinois, The Real. I don't know what they're saying, but cool. A little bit of music there could probably be clarified with a loop. 1460 WJTI, West Ellis, Wisconsin. If you're feeling like a little country, go to Iron Country on 1490. If you're in my area, WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin. If you want some heavy metal or death metal or whatever they're playing, 1500 WPJX, Zion, Illinois. Yeah, that's awesome. Iron Man approves. We're almost done. 1520 WLUV, Loves Park, Illinois.
And right now, I can't afford to do that.
I think that music there is 1560 Christmas music on WGLB, Port Washington, Wisconsin.
Most people have been to a funeral. Most people have been to a funeral. They know about death, and they can access that
1580 WTTN, Watertown, Wisconsin.
Of their brain. Right. That's a very, I mean, it's a very...
우리는 영적 전쟁의 분사들이에요. 네? 있습니까? 그러니까
I think this is Korean. WCGO, Evanston, Illinois. If I'm wrong, you guys can tell me down below. Have any Asian viewers that know what this language is?
그래서 에베소서 6장 18절로 19절 보면
Okay, I think we're running out of tuning space.
Throughout all of Christendom, as it were.
Oh, wow, cool.
Some of our non-Catholic brothers and sisters.
1640 WSJP, Sussex, Wisconsin. So we're past the limit of 1605 printed on the board, or on the back, I mean.
So we'd love to hear from you if you have questions or comments or just...
30 teams are going to pull out their checkbooks, and I tweeted at them right away. I said, no, there's maybe 3.
Here's 1670 The Zone, WOZN, Madison, Wisconsin. All right, way up the dial.
About Major League Baseball is where we're at.
And that's it. We're hearing a hint. As far as I can turn it, this is 1690 WBON. So almost the full band. Sweet. All right, cool. We'll go ahead and turn this off. Get the power button there. All right, great. So power switch, power button. Awesome. So there it is, the Panasonic RF-973. What do you think of this radio, guys? You like it? Do you think it's cool? You digging it? I mean, I know I didn't show you the dial much, but yeah, it's too hard to be doing that back and forth. But yeah, you know, this took a lot of work. There's paint everywhere. This thing here, you couldn't even see through. I'm not kidding. I take everything apart. The whole board had to come out so I could get in there. And I don't think I could take this out here. I got the best I could. I don't think it could come off or something like that. But yeah, a lot of love and care went into trying to make this look presentable. It came out pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with it. I like this radio a lot, as you can tell. I'm a fan. I know I took it outside, took some pictures with it once, and it was fun walking around with it. Even though it's a little heavier to carry, it is pretty hefty. With the 4 C cells and these big 4-inch speakers, it weighs. Those are big magnets. I mean, they're not weenie. They're good size magnets in there. So definitely awesome radio. If you gotta like it, give it a big like. You guys are the best. You know, hit the little heart button that promotes the video. Maybe people will get into this more. Yeah, I'm not going to review every radio I've done in the past, but bringing them into band scans gives kind of a taste of what you can expect. Very cool. And of course, 2, if you're not subscribed yet, which I think most of you are, but if you're not, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of these videos. If I find a cool deal, I don't know about classics, but on new radios, I tend to post them in my community section. So if you have that little bell icon clicked, you get notified of my posts there. And it's always about like a deal of the day, something I find on Amazon going really cheap. Like you guys know, those $8 radios that rock. You know what I'm talking about. They're amazing. So yeah, definitely do that when you're subscribed. Bell icon. It's free, no charge to you guys. I also post old-time radio shows for you guys to listen to as well. If you're curious, you know, it's just fun. Fun and free. Gotta love it. And if you want to support the channel, great. You can go to hit join and be a member and get a monthly newsletter for free and a behind the scenes, depending on your level. You know, I'll give you advanced viewing on my videos. Cool, stuff like that. Same as if on Patreon at the end of the video. Click the big P there if that's your thing. And it's a better setup. I like that one a lot. Patreon, it's one of my favorites. And you can join for as little as $1 a month. Why not? Help the channel out. Help keep radio going. I give a lot of feedback to companies now, guys. I don't know if you know that, but they ask my opinion and I tell them. I said, this radio sucks. Fix it. And they do. So some of the radios coming out that have issues have been fixed because of me. Yeah. So just letting you know that me being the test subject, it's nice. It kind of helps out the community. So I want you guys to know that. So there it is, the Panasonic RF-973. Hope you enjoyed it. Rock on. Always stay tuned for awesome radio reviews. And of course, comment below what you think about this particular model. It's 50 years old. Would you pick up a 50-year-old model radio today? I mean, if this is your thing, I think it's amazing. I think you should at least own one classic radio, like a real deal, and learn it and learn how to keep it up, because this isn't that difficult to maintain. It really isn't. Anybody could open it up and anybody could service this thing. It's that simple. The volume potentiometer has a little hole. You just put the little nozzle in, that's it, and then you fixed it. It's that simple to fix your volume control. So yeah, it's just amazing how simple it is to work on. So yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think. 50 years later, are you buying something like this? Just comment below. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.